There were great actors before Sidney Poitier, and great ones since. But the world would have been markedly different without Poitier, the first Black performer to win an Oscar for Best Actor.
Because it is a long journey to this moment, I am naturally indebted to countless numbers of people.
Poitier, who has died at 94, helped reshape that world to such a degree that we'll never be able to fully reckon with his impact. In 1949, he auditioned on a whim for a Hollywood movie. He was as surprised as anyone when he landed the part, in Joseph L. Mankiewicz's No Way Out. Poitier continued to land significant roles through the 1950s, but the early years of the decade, just as his career should have been taking off, were relatively dry ones. Fortunately, that changed in the 1960s. Poitier reprised a role he'd played on Broadway in Daniel Petrie's film version of A Raisin in the Sun. He also had roles in To Sir with Love from 1967, In the Heat of the Night, also from 1967, the romantic comedy For Love of Ivy, 1968, and in 1967, he played the Guess Who in Stanley Kramer's Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, alongside Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy.
I'm your son. I love you. But you think of yourself as a colored man. I think of myself as a man.
It was Poitier's turn in Ralph Nelson's Lilies of the Field, which earned him a Best Actor Oscar in 1964. In the 1970s, Poitier turned to directing, a way of having more control over how people of color were portrayed on screen. But Poitier will be best remembered as an actor and as a presence, a force not just on the cultural landscape, but on a broader political one, too. Poitier knew his career had opened a door for others. He saw his own work as a beginning. Bigotry and racism still thrive, but Sidney Poitier believed in and worked for a world without that hatred. We have only to look at his life's work, and we can believe it, too.
I accept this award in memory of all the African-American actors and actresses who went before me in the difficult years, on whose shoulders I was privileged to stand to see where I might go.